The condition of the economy impacts every citizen within the country and sometimes even reaches a global level. With a significant shift in the economy, the gross domestic product, GDP, shrinks, unemployment rates climb, consumer spending declines, corporate investments plummet, and industrial production begins to slow down. In the current situation, individuals are finding themselves forced to work multiple jobs just to cover the increasing expenses required for their everyday needs. Welcome to Nova Society, the epitome of personal finance wisdom. Ready to join our subscriber crew? We'd love to have you on board. Join us now for a blockbuster experience. If this economic downturn continues without intervention, it will have a substantial effect on us and our prospects if we don't act and get ready for potential adversity. During this economic downturn, various sectors pause their bustling economic activities, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty. In the face of these conditions, how should you be prepared to react? Elon Musk consistently emphasizes the importance of giving priority to innovation, embracing challenges, and pursuing ambitious objectives. He has previously expressed that economic downturns can serve as openings for growth and inventive endeavors. His capacity to adjust and persevere in his ventures, even when confronted with challenging economic circumstances, has been evident. Currently, Elon Musk is warning us about an impending economic recession, drawing parallels to the 2007 subprime mortgage crisis. He said, "I believe we're on a trajectory toward a recession in 2023. While the extent of this recession is subject to debate, it appears to be at least a moderate downturn, potentially next to the conditions experienced in 2009. Prudent planning involves both optimism and preparedness for varying outcomes. Individuals with less than optimal credit histories encountered challenges related to adjustable-rate mortgages, which contributed to instability in the housing market and subsequent job losses. Financial institutions also sustained significant losses, affecting their ability to extend credit and restricting access to loans for both deserving individuals and businesses. This crisis resulted in an economic downturn that led to a substantial increase in poverty rates. In response, the government took action through the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, ARRA, but poverty levels endured. It is commonly observed that wealth tends to offer greater resilience during periods of crisis, while those with limited resources experience more evident manifestations of setbacks. To prepare for economic uncertainties, it is essential to accumulate savings and adopt a more thrifty lifestyle, thereby fortifying oneself against unforeseen emergencies and situations.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Recession. The probability of an economic downturn increases substantially when margin debts experience a notable surge, as demonstrated during the Great Recession of 2008 when margin debt surged by over 60%. Margin debt should not be dismissed as a possible precursor of an upcoming economic slump. This is why Elon Musk recommends that investors steer clear of it, as it can yield detrimental consequences for both investors and the broader economy. Elon Musk brings clarity to this issue by highlighting that recessions follow cyclical trends and are not permanent. He believes that, as history has shown with previous recessions, the economy will eventually rebound and reinvigorate after a period of turbulence. While he acknowledges that a recession is an eventual certainty, he points out that it's not imminent but rather a likely possibility. Drawing from his own experiences, he suggests that businesses may grapple with negative cash flows for a duration of 12 to 18 months before returning to stability. Despite the correlation between the increase in margin debts and the potential for a recession, Elon Musk maintains that the cyclic nature of economic phases dictates that a recession will ultimately weaken, paving the way for renewal and growth. Elon Musk's proposed timeline implies that it might be most advantageous to consider investments or embark on new business ventures around late 2024 or mid-2025. Although this timeframe may seem extended, the potential outcomes could validate the patience required. The current priority is to temporarily set aside immediate plans and concentrate on preserving any incoming funds. Elon Musk's remarks on Twitter, a platform where he is notably active, have ignited conversations. He openly acknowledges the likelihood of a recession and expresses frustration with certain entities.
There's a storm coming, Mr. Wayne.
He argues that the recession will serve as a wake-up call, inspiring individuals to recognize that success demands effort. He critiques the stay-at-home approach during the COVID-19 period, suggesting that people grew complacent until economic activity resumed after restrictions were lifted. In anticipation of the upcoming economic downturn, Elon Musk has taken proactive steps at Tesla, such as downsizing the workforce. While acknowledging the unfortunate necessity of staff reductions, he explains, "I believe it's crucial to protect the company from potential economic uncertainties that may arise in unpredictable times." Trimming the workforce can be a complicated and demanding procedure for both employers and employees. It is frequently viewed as a means to cut expenses and adapt to evolving economic circumstances, with the goal of ensuring the company's financial well-being. By reducing their workforce, firms such as Tesla seek to optimize their operations and enhance their resilience against economic uncertainties. Elon Musk's initiatives at Tesla exemplify a wise strategy for resource management when confronted with uncertainty. It underscores the significance of proactivity and flexibility in response to ever-changing economic conditions. By taking preemptive measures, companies can better equip themselves to navigate potential economic downturns. As he mentioned, he maintained an optimistic outlook while sensibly planning for the worst-case scenario within his company. What's the big deal about recession? The global economic downturn had extensive implications, impacting the United States and many other nations. Latvia, like numerous countries, expected a substantial 25% reduction in its gross domestic product, GDP. This GDP decline indicated a contraction in the nation's economic activities, resulting in decreased business activities, reduced consumer spending, and the possibility of rising unemployment rates. Even international investors who had invested in U.S. enterprises were susceptible to the downturn's repercussions. As the U.S. economy encountered challenges during the economic slump, foreign investors prepared for potential setbacks in their investments. The uncertainty surrounding the global economic situation highlighted the significance of these investors closely monitoring economic trends and preparing for potential consequences. Elon Musk has voiced concerns that further U.S. Federal Reserve rate hikes might potentially trigger a significant economic downturn or recession. In response to a tweet from former U.S. Treasury Secretary Lawrence Summers, who stated, "If the Fed does what's necessary to contain inflation, I think a slowdown is likely to come. The odds on that happening sometime in the next 12 months I think are pretty good, perhaps 70%. In a tweet dated April 29, 2023, Elon responded by saying, "Fed data has too much latency. Mild recession is already here. It's not like just the canary in the coal mine." SVB died, one of the staunchest miners, Credit Suisse, died too, and the cemetery is filling up fast. Further rate hikes will trigger severe recession. Mark my words. Elon Musk's perspectives on the imminent inflation highlight the possible difficulties on the horizon. To safeguard your financial well-being and reduce the negative impacts of economic challenges, Elon recommends the importance of proactive actions. Strengthening financial resilience entails establishing robust and secure financial foundations. This can be accomplished through a range of financial tactics, including more diligent savings, diversification of investment portfolios, prudent debt management, and exploring income-generating opportunities.
To infinity and beyond!
How do we survive this? You might want to explore supplementary income sources, such as scriptwriting or selling unneeded items, to fortify your financial position. It's essential to exercise financial discipline by allocating a minimum of 15% of your earnings to a savings account. These measures can act as a financial safety cushion should economic challenges arise, ensuring your stability during a potential recession. To construct a robust financial base, begin by saving $1,000 for unforeseen expenses. Any funds beyond your retirement savings can be converted into cash, whether they are in the form of stocks or other assets. It's wise to be prepared for the prospect of an economic downturn, an event Elon Musk suggests has a likelihood exceeding 60%. He ironically suggests hope for a potential savior while also acknowledging the Federal Reserve, FED, may aid the economy by lowering interest rates. Nonetheless, he advises against underestimating the potential for the worst-case scenario, recognizing that the Fed's actions may not always align with expectations. Relying solely on hope may not be wise, given the Federal Reserve's consistent stance on increasing interest rates and implementing tighter monetary policies, regardless of the consequences, as noted by Elon Musk. Based on this assessment, the likelihood of relying on favorable outcomes stands at approximately 30%, while the probability of an economic downturn is at 70%. This underscores the potential for future job cuts, emphasizing the importance of not overly depending on traditional employment. Diversifying income sources and exploring online opportunities, such as remote tech work, can serve as valuable backup strategies in case of job loss. Elon Musk warned against the risks associated with margin debt, citing the example of Broadcom's rapid decline. He highlights the potential to trigger widespread panic in the stock market and advocates for a cautious approach to margin debt. During periods of economic instability, maintaining awareness of margin debt and its associated risks is crucial for investors. Therefore, it is advisable to consider alternative income sources, exercise prudence with margin debt, and stay informed about market trends to make well-informed investment decisions in the face of economic fluctuations. Forecasting the precise timing of a recession is a daunting task, yet historical economic patterns usually entail phases of expansion succeeded by contractions. It is vital to prepare yourself for the potential emergence of a recession and to apply suitable tactics like saving, diversifying investments, and handling debt. These actions can aid in effectively maneuvering through economic downturns and unpredictabilities. Hence, consider exploring supplementary income avenues, particularly if you foresee that a recession might substantially affect your circumstances. In doing so, you are not only safeguarding your financial well-being but also that of your family and your future. If you want to learn more about personal finance and generational wealth-building strategies, visit our channel and subscribe for more enlightening videos to increase your wealth.